So with that, you guys have a smashing dinner. Drinks are flowing. Everyone had a great time.
Was it horse?
Roll a perception check. History, not animal handling.
Indeed. So Bulk, you mentioned you wanted to commune with Millibot in some manner. So I imagine that you probably so Farron has set off early in the morning. Daniel has set off at some point later that day. I envision this as some type of a meditation session. So basically, she's telling you, in terms of crafting things, delirium is still outside of your realm of knowledge, but the meteoric iron, she's like full go ahead. If there are anything you can think of with the iron, time to make it.
Okay.
Yeah. And we are back to Drakkenheim. So Farron has completed his training for the day. I'll just say Daniels has escorted Farron back to the house, where they find Bulk in the same position he was sitting in a long time ago. There may not necessarily be anything you guys want to discuss at this time. We still have another day of downtime, so you can talk now or you can talk tomorrow. Doesn't really matter.
But look what I saw in the village square today. And I hold up the wanted poster for...
Fuck off, I'm in.
Tight.
Yeah,
and
you want to go find him and get him?
I'll pull up the wanted poster in Roll20.
Oh my gosh.
I guess technically they wouldn't have a picture of him because they don't know what he looks like.
They totally would. He's been in the town.
I thought it was
Everyone
funny.
knows of Steel Belly.
Indeed. If only he could find out that this is the way people know his name. But in either case, it says Steel Belly, wanted alive for murder of a Silver Order Knight. Report to Chapel of St. Ardenna with tips. And that's what it says.
I wonder what the reward is.
So quick to be a turncoat.
Keep that in mind.
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
Wait, was there a reward on there?
Oh my god.
There was no mention of a reward.
Oh, boo.
Oh, no, we wouldn't turn on our brother for nothing. You gotta give me at least like 100 gold or something.
Now he's your brother.
That is true to Daniel's form. Inspiration.
It is true. But boo.
Yeah, so he brought that up. So I guess you guys have anything to say? Are we good to go?
Yeah, I mean, so they are
I'm just,
blaming
like, shaking
him
my
for
head.
something that we were all in. Like, isn't that kind of suspicious? Like, is there a worry that they're going to start coming for us?
Well, technically, he's the one that wrote his name on his spear.
Very true. And we did not kill a Knight of the Silver Order.
You all have
they might
kind of have a group like montage recollection back to the moment. As Diedrich launched that fateful spear into the night, Sir Bryce Landry, I believe his name was, he screamed his name, Steel Belly, which is probably how they knew who it was.
But I think it's a point that we should keep a little on our toes to make sure no one associates us with him anymore.
What? That's not a bad idea.
And with that, I'm going to bed.
Nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I assume you guys like talk about your day and the training went well. Farron came back and he's jacked.
Oh yeah, wait, Farron, you're buff now. What happened? How was that?
This is my cut phase.
How'd you get jacked so fast? It was only a day.
Well, it may have seemed like a day for you, and then maybe there's like a gray streak or something, but it's been a year for me.
Really?
There was some weird magic in Guy Feng's. Some magic he was able to do. What was a simple day for you was a year for me.
Did you learn anything?
Some tricks. maybe they'll come up next time. We'll happen to be in unfortunate combat.
Maybe
know.
next time you'll win when I place money on you.
Oh, so you placed money on me. It looked like you ended up winning. I want to do it. Can I see if he's lying?
And I'm broke. I ain't got no money.
Bitch, I hear your pockets jangling a little bit.
Me personally, I don't believe in insight checks for like lie detector tests. If you believe he's lying, then that's what you believe.
Yeah, liar.
Don't let me down next time.
I don't know. You mean you could maybe do something besides showing up with gold cuffs?
But I'm broke.
Yeah, so why don't you earn some money?
Okay.
And then I pull up the cover and roll to my side to pass up.
I like blow out all the candles.
Saul doesn't come back. Saul left, by the way. He doesn't come back to stay the night with you guys.
I'm a little hurt.
Yeah. The rain has persisted. It has picked up a little bit in intensity, but it remains the same. The only other thing is that Daniel, so you talked with your mom a little bit. She invited you and your friends for dinner tomorrow night. So,
Ooh, at the tavern?
no, at her house. She's gonna cook a meal for you guys.
Oh.
Actually, is your mom the type to cook, or is she more of a takeout kind of gal?
Oh, she's a cook. I mean, she's
Is-
been throwing some ramen on the stove for a millennia.
I take my sleeping mat and I squirm over toward Bulk and I'm like, do you think Blackjack Mel's gonna be there? Do you think that's how they're gonna break it to him?
I throw something across the room. You're not invited, Baron.
I was like, like get hit by something stray and I just wiggle back.
Cool. So we go to day 6 in Drakkenheim. You guys are still just kind of resting, relaxing. Farron is technically due back at Guy Fung's. There's kind of a less sense of urgency, but you do still owe him a full day of work. So kind of up to you when you decide when to get there.
I still want to wake up early, but on my first day to Guy Fung's for that training, did I happen to pass by the Panda Man stall for magic, for items?
We're gonna do a group shopping trip, just kind of like montage.
Perfect. I'm not even gonna freak out about it. That keep Guy in good group standing. I'm gonna head there as soon as I wake up.
Okay, cool.
I'll do the same. I'll look over questioning about why Bulk is staring at me from the corner. I'll give Bartkus some scritches and I'll be on my way.
Yeah. And Bulk is in fact doing the exact same thing. When you wake up, he's awake and he's just in the corner staring at you. His shield does look particularly different though.
I register it. I'm making no comment.
Yeah. But just as a description, on the face of the shield is it is Millibot?
Oh.
Question mark? So that's that. So Farron is off to Guy Fung's. Danielus and Bulk, maybe we'll start with Bulk. What do you plan to do today?
What does Bulk plan on doing today? I'll let the DM run it for the moment.
You meditate.
Meditate.
Yeah. Do you take a walk at all?
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna roam
Actually,
around.
yeah, because you guys tell you what, yeah, you meditate, maybe you go outside for a little bit. You're a turtle, so you need to kind of wet your metallic skin a little bit. Daniels, what do you do today?
I want to go to the tavern and kind of hang out there and people watch.
Cool. Yeah. Roll a straight charisma check.
Ooh, 17.
A 17. You're the life of the party. People are just loving having you back around. They want to hear about all the stuff you've been doing. They're like checking out your bracers. They're like, damn, Daniel.
Back at it again with the gold bracers.
Yeah, they love it. Your mom's there drinking too. She's having a good old time. And you guys are just straight partying. It's a good time. So we'll pop to Farron. We'll kind of run this quickly. Effectively, Farron, you are in a day of hard labor with Guy Fung. He runs a tight ship.
Yep.
Him and Guy Feng and Carol are kind of doing some like loose like martial arts training maneuvers. They just like to spar, I guess. All the while, Guy is harshly criticizing your potion making techniques. But you do indeed make quite a few potions for him, and you lead him through making your family specialty, the restorative ointment.
Okay.
He lets you keep one for free, and roll me a d4.
Okay. Let me get that up. 3.
A 3. So you get 3 doses.
3
You get
doses.
you get, you get 3 doses of the restorative ointment. So
Okay.
if you just add the
I
restorative
customize.
ointment, I believe it has charges. It may or may not.
Ointment. I have that, and amount to add. I'll just put it up to 3.
Yeah, that's fine as well.
All right.
So the way I'm going to run restorative ointments, so still no rolling. You apply it on the skin. It's 16 hit points, and it cures any. I believe it's like any diseases, status conditions. Obviously not contamination, but like if you're blind or diseased or something like that, it'll cure you.
I'm going to
You can
delete
cure
2
the
of
blind.
them and just mark off 2 charges because it added like 3 5-charge ointments. So I
Yeah,
put it down
got
to
it.
just having 3.
Yep, 3 charges. And anytime you return to Gai Feng, you can make more of the ointments. You will roll for doses. I almost said doses. Again.
You're
I'm tripping. You'll roll for the amount of doses that you create,
Okay.
but it will cost you on subsequent trips. I believe the
makes sense.
price I had was $250.
It's not bad for what it can do.
Correct. And if you ever have inspiration, it's kind of worth it to use it on the ointment. Like because if you roll a 1, paying
It
$250 for that
sucks.
feels kind of bad. But if you get 4, that's like a crazy bargain.
Yeah, they do a lot.
Indeed. But yeah, Guy thanks you for the work. He kind of respects you a little bit more than Daniels, because you were a dedicated worker.
We've
Yeah.
been together for years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I resent that.
Yeah, and you know what? It shows appropriately.
But he kind of directly puts coinage in Guy's pocket. And for a druid, he seems to care about that. So Carol says he will meet you tomorrow for the escort mission.
I also assume I would have told Bulk and Danielus last night that Carol would go with us to going to Lucretia Matthias.
So Carol's going to meet you. He says outside of the city. Your business with Guy is done. And I believe that's it. So let's say Guy. So you work really fast, actually. Guy actually lets you off at around like 5-6 o'clock, and I imagine you meet back up with the boys, and you guys are kind of free to do whatever you want. You do hear news that there is an open mic night tomorrow.
Oh.
As you are kind of walking through town, you do see some activity going on at the smithy in town, and you also see Emma Crow, the young girl, still running around with the chimera skin that Bull gave to her
Oh God.
many days ago. So yeah, you guys meet up with the boys. Unless there's anything else, we can proceed to dinner at Moira's house. But feel free to do or talk about anything or whatever.
Was this when or when you would not do the shopping spree at the Panda?
We'll do that right before we leave.
Perfect. Never mind. Okay.
So Bulk, what's with this new shield you got?
New shield.
What? There seems to be a face in it.
Oh. Yes, we have achieved residence. Millie has.
I shoot a shifting glance at Danielus.
Millie has come back to us. Separate, different now. I don't know.
I look towards your back. I'm like, I thought she was in there, and I kind of poke on your back a little bit.
She was, yes, but now she is here.
Interesting. So do you have any new abilities?
No,
Oh.
does her face look pleasant, or does she look like horrified and like in anguish?
Up to you, Bulk.
Oh, she's her own entity. I'm assuming she is very pleased now.
Okay, I feel all right with this then, because I'm like, how terrifying is this shield?
So I will show the multi-tool. So
Mhm.
I place palm on the shield, and then my hand changes into like a craft tool, like some kind of hatchet or something.
Oh,
You've combined yourself with your multi-tool?
It was always part of us, but now
oh, what?
Yeah. Okay. All that tracks. Yeah. Okay. So we go to Moira's house and we're having some dinner. She like it's almost like she was watching you guys from the window. She kind of like bursts open the door and she says, "Daniel, it's sweetie!" And oops, as I slam the mic, she kind of runs up and gives you a big bear hug. And she says, "Please come in. I have some lovely stew prepared." And she gives a big hug to Farron. She still calls you Farrell for some reason. She gives a big hug to Bulk.
I don't correct her. I just let it happen. Like eyes go up to the left corner, like,
Yeah. And she gives big scratches to Barkus and all that good stuff. Yeah, she welcomes you guys in. And she kind of just wants to like catch up, talk about, all the adventures you're having and all that. Unless there's anything in particular you guys want to talk to her about.
I just want to warn her that Diedrich has gone off on his own quests, and if anyone's asking about him, we don't know him.
I want to snoop around for signs of Blackjack Mel.
Um, make
I want,
make an investigation check.
but like whenever Danielus is talking to her, like inconspicuously.
Mm-hmm.
You said investigation.
Yes, please.
It's gonna be at a +0. I rolled a 5.
Yeah, nothing you can tell. Nothing you
I
can
still
tell.
don't believe it, and I'm
Fair
just
enough.
like, I keep snooping. I pick up bananas and I look under them.
Yeah. The meal is quite rustic, perhaps you could say.
A hearty
The
southern meal.
Yeah, as you could imagine. So you mentioned bananas. There is no fruit to speak of.
Which is why I found nothing. It's all ornamental.
Yeah, yeah, actually, it's plastic fruit. You could imagine the food supply to Drakkenheim these days is really kind of just really kind of making your own dinner is almost a bit of a luxury.
I look up to her. I'm like, are these horses that we lost that one time?
Oh, Farrell, please don't worry. Just enjoy your meal. It's I spent extra money so that we could share this as
I
some
look over at
sort of a
Bulk and I
family.
like say quietly, "It is."
It is a bit chewy. Yeah, she says, "Oh, I'm just so happy to see that Danielus is cheery and smiling and having friends. It's been so hard since his father died during the meteor."
I give her a smile and an awkward thumbs up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why is Farrell so confused by this interaction?
I have no idea how to react.
You had a-
Danielus' mom has never been without
you've had a mother once.
so
Yeah,
long
I mean,
ago.
that's a good point. Farron, are you feeling like when is the last time you've like shared a meal with like in a family environment?
when Farron was like 5.
Yeah, yeah. So Farron's a pretty awkward guy, really. Anyway, so
This
the
feels like he was
awkwardness
just
is
lost.
the awkwardness is apparent here. Um, but yeah, unless there's anything else, we'll just keep it pushing, I guess.
I will ask sister mom
Sister mom.
about has she heard of the Silver
Right,
Order
Alabama.
coming to the tavern or whatever?
The Silver Order coming.
Mhm.
Um, She says, "Oh, I try not to get bogged down in the politics of things. I just want everyone to get along."
Resounding. We too seek for everyone to achieve resonance.
Yes, it sounds like you all are doing very, very good work. It makes me happy. So with that, you guys have a smashing dinner. Drinks are flowing. Everyone had a great time.
Was it horse?
Yes. Roll a perception check. History, not animal handling.
Indeed. Yeah. So you guys return to your home.
Yeah.
You have a nice sleep, and we'll say the next morning comes. So I believe your first step is to go see Aldor the Plump, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
There he is. I see him. You can also teach Albert the Plump at the Funky Store, Funky Dot Store.
Oh yeah, there he is. Incredible. So you approach Aldor's caravan in the morning, and he's kind of like as he sees you guys approach, he kind of pulls out one of the wanted posters and he says, "Ah, good to see you again, boys. -1."
Minus half.
I cover my nose thinking that he's sick, and I give him a weird glance.
Well, good to see you again. I certainly hope you've come with some gold to spend.
Some more than others.
I pick up my gold pouch and I like loudly slam it on his like caravan like windowsill.
Mhm.
What do you got?
Hmm.
Impress me.
Well, my shipments from some of my more exotic suppliers have not quite come in yet. You'll
Well, that
recall
doesn't
that
sound good.
Maximus Goldenrod bought him out
Mhm.
of a lot of things. However, I do still have basic items, potions, and some special consumables. More should be coming any day now, but I do have a few things you all might be interested in.
What
How
do you
much is a
want?
potion of
You go.
how much is a potion of healing?
So you'll recall that the Guy Feng has the best prices on potions of healing if you're interested in, and we'll just kind of wrap that all into the same interaction if you like. But special things he has,
Yeah.
he has a potion of climbing for 200 gold pieces. He has a potion of greater healing for 300 gold pieces. He has a potion of gaseous form for 350 gold pieces. Potion of clairvoyance for 750, and he has magic arrows for 50 gold pieces each. He's also willing to buy anything you guys have to offload.
What kind of items do you have besides these potions? Or are you all tapped out?
On the item front, it's all just like very basic stuff. So
Oh.
like if you needed like a new axe or a new bow or something like that.
I
But it's all
kinda
just very basic stuff.
I like dust off the shoulder, pick up my gold sack, and then put it back toward my hip.
Okay, very good.
I'm gonna hold out my hand like this and be like,
Uh-huh.
"Have you seen any more of this?"
Mm-hmm. And what is it?
My hand.
Oh, the meteor iron.
Yeah.
Just
He says,
it's a turtle hand.
"Ooh," and he like pulls out his little spectacles, and it's one of those where you'll have to go like,
Yeah.
and
Nice.
he zooms in quite close, and he says, iron from the meteoric rock, very interesting. Um, Me personally, no, but uh, this kind of thing has to be uh, specially sourced." Uh, Directly, basically insinuating that you would need to find a particular creators that would have produced this type of iron. You know,
Mhm.
yeah. So no is the answer to your question.
Okay, thank you. Bless.
Do you guys want to sell anything that you may have?
Um, I already gave Guy Fong that staff. I'm gonna take that out of my inventory.
Sure.
Have anything.
You can give yourself a gold for it. It's really pretty worthless.
It is pretty worthless, but I'll take that gold.
Can I
Yeah.
sell my crossbow? It's light.
You want a crossbow?
Sell crossbow.
You want to sell it? Sure. That would be he gives you 12 gold for it.
That's fair.
Sure.
I have in my backpack that I somehow picked up a questionable mushroom.
Yes. Guy Fung would have taken that back since you stole it from him when he was rummaging through your supplies.
That bastard. Okay, fine. I'm taking that out of my supplies then. Never mind.
I'm gonna nudge Fair and say, give me 50 gold so I can get one of these magic arrows.
We already paid for you to not be contaminated.
Bulk paid for that.
Oh,
My mom
so-
just
so
fed
you
us
wa-
some dinner. You think when the duty calls and you want a magical arrow, you want us to not have one?
That's a solid point.
When would duty call that I need a magical arrow?
I could save you. What does a magical arrow do?
So there are certain monsters, particularly in Drakkenheim, that are resistant to non-magical attacks. So if you were to use a magic arrow, then so if they're resistant to non-magical attacks, they take half damage. But if you use a magic arrow, not only does it do full damage, it also adds 1, I believe.
The way you roll hit dice, I have no incentive to pay for this.
I know. I look at Daniels and be like, "You're fine.
Damn, you're on your own,
What?
Daniel.
Why don't you ask your father?
Wait, yeah, he owes me 200, so
Blackjack Mill."
Oh,
Fair,
jeez,
fair.
Louise.
Okay, I guess you'll have to come back next time, Daniels.
Tough crowd. Jeez.
And then I look at his braces and be like, "You could pawn those."
True. Cool. So nobody has anything else to sell. Sounds like were any of those special potions something you're interested in buying? That's kind
I'm
of
all good.
more case specific. So maybe if you have like a particular mission where those would come in handy, that might be a good idea. If you're interested in buying potions, I'll wrap. Technically, you would get those from Guy. He has the best price. He sells potions of healings for 50 gold piece. He has 1 potion of greater healing for 150.
I
Going
will
once.
buy one.
1 regular potion?
Yeah.
Yeah, 50 gold.
Yes, 50 gold.
Okay. Anyone
I'm
else?
good.
Okay, cool.
I'm broke.
Indeed. Okay, so with that, then we'll Aldor thanks you immensely for doing business with him. And you all take off. You don't see any. You'll recall that the chapel is right across from Aldor's caravan. There's no activity, so it seems like there's no trouble from you guys being in the area. Yep.
When are we supposed to meet Carol? Because also remembering I've been busy the past 2 days, but maybe I should check in there to see how Anya's doing.
It's up to you if you want to.
If I can. Does she look like she's outside looking for anything, or does it look like I can't see her unless I go in?
You may be able to like spot her from a window or something. Make a perception check.
Okay. 12.
You kind of peer into while you're doing your business. You kind of peer up into the on the second floor, and you see her. It looks almost like she's maybe reading or writing or something like that.
Does it look like that window's like high up from the ground?
Yeah, it's second floor.
Does it look like there are bricks that I could just try to scale up there instead of going inside and alerting attention to myself?
That would, if you would like to do that, that would require a stealth check.
I'm gonna fucking try it.
Go for
it. Stealth 21.
As the guys kind of start taking off towards the exit to the village,
Mhm.
you definitely kind of sneak around to the rear of, because there are guards posted at the front of
Yeah.
the chapel. But you sneak around to the side, and you do in fact manage to find enough purchase to climb your way up. And I assume you are tapping on the window.
I'm just gonna like tap on the window. I'm not gonna wait for her to make a noise. All I'm gonna say is, "You know who this is. Don't draw any attention to ourselves. I don't know who's listening. I'm watching your back, and I hope you're watching mine. Stay safe." And then I'm just gonna go back out to reach the guys. All right, I'll wait like 5-10 seconds in case she says anything, and if not,
Yeah.
I'll hop off to run back toward the guys.
She opens the window and she says, "What? Farron?"
And then I just look up toward her, and I'm just like, it's like a blank, like.
Yeah, you were talking through a window. She can-
Did we hear that?
And
Yeah.
then, like, as I'm just like, shh. And I repeat what I said.
She says, "They're looking for you. If you come back, come at nighttime." Did you guys hear that? I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we
did.
heard it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, like, I will, like, put a, like, glimpse of my hand on the windowsill, and as soon as I see she takes register of it, I'll just slip away and run back off to the group
Cool.
to let her
Nice.
know, like, I got the message.
Okay, excellent.
And then
Um,
as soon as we get out of town, I'll tell the other guys.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, so you guys are kind of walking and talking. And you reach the edge of said village as I maneuver some tokens around. This time's like a great time to plug the Funky Store.
Funky.store. You can get great merch there. When you buy something from there, it makes it so we can make more content. Every time someone buys something, Dan gets another campaign ready to go. He does a whole new campaign every time you buy a shirt. It's a 1-to-1 ratio for every shirt. Dan has to make a campaign. And so we'll just run it till the end of time. We love it. That's why you do it. And making sure you like and subscribe so you can catch all the stuff we do on the channel, like the Poser series, and playing through all the quintessential video games and other
And
episodes of Funky Quest.
Check out the Kirby run through we just finished. Epic Kirby playthrough.
We probably finished
we
it like 4 or 5 months ago, given the
I
release
know, right?
schedule of this. But hey, yeah, we just finished it. Make sure you check it out.
But it's here now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indeed. Okay, great. So as you so you kind of reach the other side of the bridge that's in Emberwood Village, and you kind of walk for a little bit, and after a pretty short walk, you see a fairly large gathering of people, and as you approach, you can see that there is Carol, brother Nathaniel, and I typed in brother for some reason. We're going away from brother.
Brother.
So you see Carol.
Ah,
You see Carol, Nathaniel Flint, and Saul, as well as 20 pilgrims who you could gather are the followers of the fallen fire. And as you approach, Saul runs up to you and says, "They're here! They're here! The heroes! The heroes of the new age!"
I unbashfully walk up. Oh, calm down. No, calm down. But also,
Yeah!
let's hear it.
Yeah! And you hear various things like, "The heroes! We're here! We're here to guide you to Lucretia. Let us all join us!" Or join her, whatever.
We are here to lead you in a safe way to get you there.
let's all be safe, though. The city's not entirely safe.
Yes. Nathaniel walks up to each of you and shakes your hand quite warmly and says, "Farron, Bulk, Danielus, and even Barkus, it's an honor for you all to join us on this journey."
Pleasure is all yours. No.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah, so are you guys like skilled in case someone jumps out of the bushes, or are we having to do the whole coverage of this?
Nathaniel kind of chuckles and he says, "Well, that's what you guys are here for.
Oh,
You are our escorts, correct?"
I did not know we were signing up for an escort, but just as a group gathering. But yeah, if you can't defend yourself, maybe huddle into a group and we'll try to take to the outsides.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Indeed, these fine pilgrims here have found the faith and courage to join our brothers and sisters at St. Selena's Monastery
I
and take up
I
the
lean
most
over
holy armor.
I lean over towards Saul and be like, "Did you tell them what happened to your brother?"
They, Saul says to you, "We all understand the risk,
Oh,
but
okay.
it is a most sacred charge. This
All
is our
right.
duty, our
That's all,
destiny."
that's all I need to hear.
Um, yeah, and yeah, okay, yeah. So Nathaniel,
Yeah, that's it.
awesome. Yeah, you guys don't have any questions.
I know
So
they know.
Nathaniel,
Good.
yeah, yeah, sounds like everyone's on the same page. So Nathaniel says, "All right, everyone," and the pilgrims all kind of introduce themselves. There's Abraham, Bell, Dante, Fernice, Gabe, Quentin, Tim. The whole crew is here. I'll drag it up so you
Do.
guys can see their names a little better. Um,
Tim is my new Paul.
Tim is your new Paul. Incredible.
It's time to
Yeah,
queue.
My
and
vial is empty. I'm ready.
he settles up right next to you, man. He likes it.
Yeah.
But Nathaniel is gonna say, now let us join in prayer as we set off to depart. Oh, my journey is so similar to everyone else's here because we are all humans. We have all been defeated by the powers of darkness at times, and we have all found redemption and the warm embrace of the sacred flame. However late you think you are, however many chances you think you have missed, however many mistakes you feel you have made, or talents you think you don't have, or however far from home and family and flame you feel you have traveled, I testify that you have not traveled beyond the reach of divine love, and you have arrived at the perfect place at the perfect time. Brothers and sisters, I know that the journey before us is long and perilous, but though we walk along a knife's edge path, we have the light of the flame to guide us, and we do not falter. From the darkest shadows come the brightest light. And the pilgrims all repeat, from the darkest shadows comes the brightest light. And Nathaniel says, now, does everyone have their testaments, some water, probably a torch? Everyone stay nice and close together. No messing around, Tim. We don't have time for breaks. And you all take off. Yeah, so leaving the city, or leaving Emberwood Village towards the city. Um, it's about a 2 hour travel, so you guys just kind of trudge it right along. You all pass the dead horse of Drakkenheim,
I kick
and
it.
yeah. So you all kick it, and Nathaniel says, "Now everybody, come along here. This is a little tradition we like to take on this walk. You just go ahead and give this horse a little kick. Now, don't you worry. He's been long dead. He don't feel no pain." And each pilgrim
Takes that
takes a
horse.
big old kick. He says, "Come on now, Opal. You give that horse a kick," and she kicks it. She doesn't like it though. Um, and yeah, so you all keep on traveling. As you enter into the actual outskirts of the city, you and embrace the haze. Um, the Some of the pilgrims kind of start coughing, and they start like covering up their face. And Nathaniel says, "Now, come on, you all, just don't be afraid. How about a little song?" And he starts like leading them in hymns. A new age of heroes she did see, a world reborn, from darkness free, and all did know the power of the sacred fire, and saw the light it doth inspire. And they're singing, and they're just being weird about stuff. Um, how about you guys roll me a d8? Let's see how our journey goes.
All right.
4.
Or
Mhm.
7.
Okay. Very good. So your travel begins very well. I'll just pop us over to the city map really quick. I drew this white line on here. That's kind of for later. So basically, after you complete this mission, go there and come back. I will basically make everything below this white line safe territory for you guys. Basically, meaning you guys have traveled it so many times, like
We
there's
know that
kind
route.
of nothing else to get there. So you're traveling to point 3 in our map, was kind of just kind of a dead straight shot on the road you're traveling towards Champion's Gate, where Lucretia Matthias is said to be expecting you. So after traveling that initial about 2 hours or so, and another couple of hours, Brother Carol is going to kind of walk at the rear of the Nathaniel is going to walk at the head of it, and Saul is kind of going to be mixed in into the middle with the other pilgrims. Where might you guys be walking? Start with Farron.
I'll probably be with Saul.
With
No,
Saul.
not
Okay.
Saul. It's not with Saul. Sorry, I'm gonna be with Carol. Carol.
Okay. Sure. Bulk.
I'm gonna look for anybody that seems less engaged in the festivities.
Okay. Roll a d20 real quick. And then Daniels, where might you be walking?
I think I'm gonna be like in the back corner just so I can see everyone, and then also be in range with my bow in case anything happens. And I think Barkus is gonna be enjoying all the people and just kind of being
Mhm.
like running around in the crowd and getting as
Sure.
many
He's kind of
pets
milling
and.
about.
I rolled
Mhm.
a 9.
A 9. Okay, Bulk, you find yourself walking with young Ida.
Okay.
Ida is a 22-year-old young lady, very exuberant and just happy to be there.
Okay.
So as you all are traveling, you start to hear some sounds like a little tink, 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 tink. And as you walk closer to the sound, you hear some grumbling at the front of the group. And Nathaniel says, "Oh, now hold on, everybody. We seem to have a little trouble ahead. Don't be scared." And you hear um, Abraham and Stu at the front of the group say, "Defilers! They steal our sacred charcoal!" And Bulk, I guess you're closest, so you kind of like peer around some of the people,
Mhm.
and you can see that there are 5 people who are dressed in clothing that you would associate with the Queensmen.
Hmm.
It seems that they are extracting some delirium that they've found on the street. Um, so there are 5 of them. 2 of them kind of break off, and they start to engage Nathaniel in conversation. You
I,
can hear, "Turn back, you lot! This is our score. You flameheads, get out of here!"
I'm going to interject here really quick.
Okay, you're gonna walk up towards the front.
Yeah.
Okay. And Nathaniel's saying, he's trying to like calm down the pilgrims. Now he says, now just hold on, everybody. There is no need for hatred. We can work this whole thing out. And the pilgrims are like, "Drive them out, murder them!" And Bulk, you were saying,
Yeah, I'm gonna go up and as big as Bulk can do with his monotone vocal patterns. It's just like, brothers and sisters, calm yourselves. This is not the way. This is not resounding.
"They defile our sacred right, and you would let them just continue to sell it for
I'm,
gold?"
Does it
I'm
not
gonna
matter the path that we take, what mistakes we've made, and what has gone forth?
"This is unacceptable. Nathaniel, we won't stand for this."
I'm gonna move through the group and like everyone who's kind of dissenting and being like uproar, be like, Lucretia did not send you here to fight. She sent you here to get to her chapel. Keedha Woods.
Seems like you kind of get like a 50-50 kind of success rate on that. You do actually walk pretty. You walk by Barkus, and you notice that he has started um, getting a little agitated. His hair kind of stands up on edge, and he's like sniffing the air, and he is growling and baring his teeth pretty aggressively.
We're not alone. Everyone get ready.
We must move. Anyone who values their lives, we must move now.
And I'm also going to scream out to the Queen's men, something's amiss.
We're not falling for your tricks. This is our score. You guys get out of here or get ready for trouble. And just as he says that, I forgot to mention the rain, by the way. The rain is still falling decently heavily. Danielis, you kind of are like start looking up to see like what the issue is, and
Yeah.
you see Barkus is kind of going crazy. Roll me a survival check.
19.
19. There is only one thing you know that gets Barkus this riled up.
The harpies.
It's gnolls. Gnolls are like a horrendous dog type humanoid creature that are vicious. Typically, they're not experienced at this range, or excuse me, in this area. But Bulk, you get a very clear sight of this. Out of the haze behind the Queensmen, you see one of the Queensmen fall to an arrow, stabbed in the back. You see one turn around and say, What's going on? Kenneth, what happened? And a huge dog, a very large dog, let's say that, jumps out and rips this one, just like bites into its neck and flings it into a building behind you. And the other 3 Queensmen that are there, they say, "No attack! Get out of here!" And they basically scram off into an alleyway. Nathaniel just kind of stands and is like, "Oh, what's all this trouble afoot?" And Bulk, you can see there is a attack party coming near you,
Mhm.
and we'll roll for initiative.
All right.
Ooh.